Hey guys, Bob here from Raw Strength and Muscle, and today we're going to talk about my comeback diet. Comeback from what, you ask? Well, if you hadn't seen my last couple of videos, the short version is I had several weeks of body pains for no reason, fatigue, lethargy, brain fog, everything was going wrong. Was having a problem working, was having a problem going to the gym, recovering from the gym. And I found out by, just process of elimination, it had to have been because I had reintroduced carbs into my diet, okay? 1 day off of carbs, I felt a lot better. 3 days off of carbs, I felt 1,000,000% better, like nothing had been wrong. Now it's been a little bit over a week and I feel just fine. And I am going to go from basically what was like a fat adaptation diet, okay, to a recomposition diet, okay? So the diet that I was on before was 3,160 calories, about maintenance, okay? And it was 219 grams of protein. My goal body weight is 190. So that's just, a little bit over my 1 gram per pound of body weight for my protein intake, or my goal body weight for my protein intake. That's low. Okay. Normally I would go ahead and have it at 1.5 grams per pound. And like I said, I'm at maintenance calories for my weight, which is about 205, 206 in the morning. But I need to lose at least 15 pounds, get down to 190. I don't feel good. I don't look good. And I have massive issues with sleep, from snoring to sleep apnea when I go over 200, 205 pounds. So I definitely, even if it's just for health reasons, need to lose 15 pounds of body fat. Okay. I said I'm doing a recomp diet now because I am not going to just jump on the pure protein diet and cut the fat real quick. Because remember, I had several weeks behind me where I had bad pains, which means I go to the gym, especially for my lower body, I would just have massive pains in my back or my knee for no reason. They'd come and they'd go for no reason. So I wouldn't do the entire workout. I wouldn't use much weight. I would skip a whole week of working out, go back, do like one set, feel terrible, not go for another week. So I actually lost a lot of strength and maybe a little bit of size when I wasn't eating properly and I wasn't working out, much at all, especially, like I said, in my lower body. My upper body pulling is a work in progress because I had a problem with a legitimate injury years ago where I couldn't do weighted pull-ups or any pull-ups for like a year. I had to just lay off for an entire year to recover from my elbow tendonitis. So my dips are as strong as they used to be, okay, but I'm just not as good I'm using the same amount of weight, but I'm not, really the best reps in the world, and I don't feel very strong. So I just need to maintain my dips, just get better at the weight I'm using, increase my pull-ups, which I was doing, but really I need to increase my squats and my deads back to where they were. I did 315 for 20 reps of the squats, and I worked up to 5 plates, okay, 495 or 500 because I use a trap bar for 5 reps on the deadlift, okay? Now I'm dropping down to 2 plates instead of 3 for the squats and 4 plates instead of 5 for the deads, and I'm going to build up over the next, let's say, 9 weeks. Okay, so like I said, I'm not going on a killer massive cutting diet where I'm just going to try to get my calories and my fat down as low as possible. I'm actually going to do a recomp. So what I'm doing is I'm dropping down from 3,160 down to like 2,500. Comes out to 2,496 calories. Okay, which is about a 600 calorie deficit because, like I said, I was maintaining my weight at the 3,196 calories, okay? Part of that, I increased my calories up to, or my protein rather, up to 320 grams. It's only really supposed to be 285 to be like, 1.5 grams per pound at 190, which is my goal body weight. But I actually added in some slices of cheese to increase my fat. So I'm getting a lot of protein from them. Okay. At 5 grams of protein per slice of Swiss cheese, and I'm taking 2 slices over 3 meals. Okay, so that's 6 slices of cheese. So 6 times 5 grams is 30 grams of protein just from the cheese. So like I said, it's not an intentional thing that I increased my protein from like 285, 290 to 320. It just came from the fat sources, okay? So basically what I'm doing right now is, before I had an egg shake, 6 raw eggs mixed with 6 fluid ounces of half and half. I had 2 of those a day. I had 80% lean ground chuck, 2 of those a day, and I had 4 ounces of ground chuck with 4 eggs, okay? So those were my meals last week. And like I said, they were, lower protein, they were higher fat, higher calorie. I just wanted to get off of the carbs, back into ketosis, back fat adapted. It worked. I felt fine. No problems with the keto flu, no nothing. Like I said, I felt great from day 1. Wonderful, fantastic from day 3. So it did its job. But I do want to cut some fat while building muscle and strength at the same time. So this is how I'm going to slowly lean out, drop those 15 pounds of fat, and build up some strength at the same time. Okay, right now I'm keeping the 6 eggs and 6 fluid ounces half and half for my first meal. Reason for that is that, quite simply, I wake up in the morning starving. I want to eat something right away, but I don't like eating food, okay? Much less cooking food and waiting to cook the food. I just want to drink my breakfast. No matter what diet I'm on, I always prefer to drink my breakfast, okay? So here I am, 6 eggs, 6 ounces of half and half. Throw some cinnamon powder in there. It actually tastes good. It's literally like a milkshake. If you're fat adapted, you don't miss the sugar. You feel much better without the sugar. So like I said, it's like having a milkshake for breakfast. Wonderful first meal, gives me fat, calories, protein. Great way to start my day. Same thing I had before. Now, as opposed to my first solid meal, which before was 4 ounces of ground chuck, I would go ahead and brown it a little bit. And when it starts to get cooked, I'd throw in 4 eggs and make a big fatty, high calorie meal. Now I'm having 4 eggs with a half of a cup of egg whites. Okay, it's going to be about 50 grams of protein, give or take. But like I said, egg whites instead of ground chuck is going to be a lot less fat, therefore a lot fewer calories. Okay. Instead of having 2 meals of basically hamburgers, okay, I'm going to have 200 grams of chicken, 2 slices of Swiss cheese. The chicken is basically 47 grams of like pretty much pure protein, 47 grams of protein, 0 grams of carbs, and 3 grams of fat. Okay, so it's basically pure protein. That's why I added the slices of cheese to go ahead and increase the fat, okay, and the calories. So I'm having 3 of those meals. I added in an extra meal before. I was having 5 meals. Now I'm having 6 meals. So I have my egg shake. I have my scrambled eggs and egg whites, 3 meals of chicken with Swiss cheese. And for dinner, for pre-bed, I have one of my favorite meals, one of my staple meals. It's 227 grams of plain non-fat Greek yogurt and some whey protein to up the protein intake from like 25 to 50, because I try to get 50 grams of protein in every meal, give or take. That's a great meal for dinner because the milk protein, it's a slow digesting. It maintains a positive nitrogen balance, which means you have protein circulating in your body all night because it's slower to digest. The whey protein is faster to digest, but like I said, mixing it in with the Greek yogurt means that it's not going to digest that quickly because the Greek yogurt digests slowly. Okay. Another important thing about this is, obviously the dairy. Okay. It's, a form of nutrients, especially calcium. And the reason why I don't just have one big bowl of Greek yogurt is because I've done that before. I just had plain non-fat Greek yogurt and I threw in some cinnamon powder to go ahead and make it, tasty. But the problem with that is it does actually have quite a few carbs, okay? So it's not necessarily like, game over if you have a big bowl of Greek yogurt, but you certainly got to keep a good eye on your carbs for the rest of the day to make sure that you don't go over on your daily carb intake. So I prefer to use half as much and only get 25 grams from the Greek yogurt of protein and then add in some extra protein powder to up the protein content, okay? And of course, this is actually something I heard of from Rich Piana back in the day. Obviously when you do this, if you have like flavored whey protein powder and non-flavored Greek yogurt, what you basically end up with is, whatever flavor the protein powder is, that's the flavor for this like mousse that you have, this pudding, I call it protein pudding, or this like protein mousse that you have. Okay. The thing about it is a lot of people ask about cottage cheese. Cottage cheese has more carbs than Greek yogurt. Okay. I also like to have nothing but protein in this last meal, as little fat as possible, as few carbs as possible. And unless you go ahead and use like non-fat, if you can find it, cottage cheese, there's more fat in it. There's, like I said, certainly more carbs. So that's why I go with Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt as opposed to normal yogurt, because it has a much higher protein content for the carb content as compared to normal yogurt. And plain, obviously, because if it wasn't plain, it would be filled with carbs from whatever fruit or whatever is in it. And like I said, that's basically just what I have at night. Okay, so my egg shake, 6 eggs, 6 fluid ounces, half and half, 4 eggs and half a cup of egg whites scrambled, 3 meals of chicken with 2 slices of Swiss cheese each, and my Greek yogurt with whey protein at night. This is 320 grams of protein, 23 grams of carbs total, 126 grams of fat. Now we have 51% protein calories, 45% fat calories, and 2,496 calories total. So like I said, this is going to be by 1.5 grams of protein per pound of goal body weight, 190 pounds, which I have to get down to from 205 currently. Okay. It gives me plenty of fat for essential fatty acids for health, plenty of fat for energy, to fuel my workouts, to fuel my recovery. So I'm not starving myself. I'm still in a recomp mode where I will be building strength as I go along. But like I said, this is a 600 calorie deficit compared to where I was last week. Okay, so this is certainly going to be getting the weight moving down slowly. Okay, like I said, it's not an extreme diet, it's more of a recomp where, yes, I will be losing the fat quickly enough, but I will also be building the strength, and that is my priority. Okay, we'll see what happens. If it gets to the point where my metabolism just increases and I need more food because I'm really getting hungry in between meals, my mood goes down, my energy goes down, my workouts go down, my strength goes down, or it doesn't increase, then yes, I may have to increase some calories. If I go through this for like 9 weeks, get my strength back, I'm at 100%, muscles back where it's supposed to be, strength back where it's supposed to be, and I want to lose some fat, I might jump on the pure protein diet just for a week or two, or do a little bit of going on and off the diet just to get my fat down really quickly. But like I said, right now, the priority is not just to get down below 200 pounds as quickly as possible, but it's also to get my strength and my size back up. Anyway, a lot of guys were asking about this. Like I said, last week, I keep telling people, when you go on a keto diet, whether you want to maintain, build, cut fat, or if you just want to get healthy like I did, the most important thing you could do in the beginning is to get your body fat adapted. That's why I've got a whole module, several different lessons in low carb cutting and bulking, just specifically explaining every point necessary in getting yourself fat adapted. I did not do a bulking or a cutting or any kind of a diet right off the bat. I just wanted to get my body fat adapted again. And now that I am fat adapted, I can do whatever I want. Recomp, or I could have cut if I wanted to. I'm ready. My body is perfectly ready to do whatever I want it to do by adjusting my diet, only because I got myself fat adapted in the first place. If you want to learn how to do this, fat adaptation, determine your goal body weight, cut, maintain, recomp, whatever, go ahead and check out Low Carb Cutting and Bulking. That is the exact program that I am implementing myself right now. Low Carb Cutting and Bulking, check it out. Aside from that, thank you guys for watching. I love all the comments I've been getting. Ask any questions you've got. If you have not subscribed, subscribe. If you subscribe but haven't clicked that bell icon, do that, because I'm really trying to upload as many videos as possible. Yesterday, I spent the entire day in the hospital because my mom was in the hospital yesterday, which is fucking wonderful. I was all jacked up for the last several weeks. I finally get healthy. Now my mom's in the hospital. So anyway, sorry I missed a video yesterday. Aside from that, like I said, I'm trying to stay consistent with the uploads. So keep the questions coming. I'll answer them in a video if they're great questions for a video. Definitely answer all the comments. And make sure that you, like I said, go ahead and click the bell icon so you get notified when I consistently upload videos from now on. Aside from that, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.